Hey everybody, it's Irene with BrainStormAcres, and obviously we're in the car. See? Yay! Well, the other day when I was working in the greenhouse, we had a phone call come through for a standard, yearly test thing, and that's what we're doing today. When I talked to them, they were like, "We can get you in on Monday," and I'm like, "You're kidding," because usually it's like a month and a half from now or something. So we're like, well, let's take it, because that way we don't have to wait a month and a half. So that's what we're doing this morning. And that's taken care of now, so it'll be at least a half a day running down here. We get to drive past the major fire camp that they're using for the Crooks fire in the Prescott area, and really quite an impressive setup. A little frightening that they would put together such an elaborate camp if they expect it to be over quickly, and I think the answer is they don't expect it to be over. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
On to the next thing.
On to the next thing. See you later.
We're busy building a solar mount, a temporary solar mount for a bunch of panels that we bought a few months ago. I started with 8-foot long rough cut 4x4 wood. The 2x4s on the sides of those 8-foot pieces of 4x4 are held in with architectural screws. They're structural screws. They do a really great job, and the big thing is they have a good shear strength. So I'm not worried about that breaking. We took some time and did our best to line up the big beam with the footer that I'm going to be using. You'll see that I'm using T-braces to hold the 4x4s together. One of them is 4 feet long, and that's what's holding up the main beam. And then the beam itself. There's one on each side. That should hold us together just fine. The 2x3s that I bought at a big box store out of their lumber department are very hard. So we had to use a drill to drill through the wood so that I could actually screw things together. It wasn't a big deal, it was just more time and getting more bits and pieces together. I'm using 2 of the 2x3s to create a tripod to hold the main upright up as well as the beam. They're out pretty far, which works all right, but we're not done. We'll be doing some more here shortly. Irene and I are busy measuring the length of the 4x4 for the main beam. What we're interested in is the distance from the T-bracket to the end of the main beam. We're going to go ahead and measure that out on the second beam so we can have more or less the same kind of triangular structure that we're busy building. Now, I'm not too worried about having the beams be exactly parallel and exactly perfect because I can adjust that with the unistrut that I'll be screwing to the main beams. The beams were bought when they were green. They weighed an awful lot, they were heavy, they were fun to move, but they've been drying out, and with drying out comes some checkering, some cracking, and a little bit of twisting. The twisting isn't a big deal, I don't think, because I'll be able to normalize that by attaching unistrut to the beam. I'm walking a little funny because I have plantar fasciitis. My left foot is quite sore, but I still have to be out doing things. It's just got to get done. The weather's nice. The wind's not real high, although it's too high to really capture audio, but it's not too high to get some work done.